Hello, friends. Welcome back to the Michelle Fondin Author Vlog. This is vlog number 33, which is my lucky number. And today I am celebrating my 15-year YouTube anniversary from the first day that I uploaded a video on YouTube on February 18th of 2011. I'm going to talk about how I got started on YouTube back in 2011 posting videos, my journey up until now, and some stats on the Michelle Fondin Author Channel. So if you're interested in celebrating with me, please do stay tuned. For those of you that are new, my name is Michelle Fondin. I'm the author of 12 published books, including my very first book that was published back in 2014 self-publishing, but 2015 with New World Library. And that is called The Wheel of Healing with Ayurveda, an easy guide to a healthy lifestyle. And I also did the Wheel of Healing with Ayurveda companion workbook. And the reason I'm presenting these two books today is because of the main reason I got started on YouTube on February 18th of 2011. If you are new or you're not yet subscribed, I would encourage you to subscribe, click on the bell, scroll up to all for all notifications. Thank you for giving the video a thumbs up, putting a comment in the comments section below. Even if you put a little emoji party hat or hat in blowing a little blower, it's that emoji you can put in the comments section below. I am here with my pals Grogu and Gudetama. You can't see, there is a second Gudetama as well. And I still need to make a trip out to that Gudetama restaurant in Buena Park, California, which is not too far from my house. I'm here with my writer's mug, and I am currently in the home stretch, finishing up with my upcoming book, Love Me Unconditionally, a spiritual guide to self-love, and its companion workbook, books 13 and 14, which will be released in tandem on May 20th of 2026. I am so excited about this upcoming book because this one is personal. This one is something that took me so long to learn, how to love myself unconditionally. It's been a long journey. It's been a really long road, but I am writing about it and helping you to get there too. So let's get started. YouTube, one of my favorite things to do. I love producing YouTube videos, recording them, posting them, interacting with viewers like you. I love it so much. That's the reason why I'm going to give you the statistics now. That is the reason why I have 2,133 videos published on this channel alone. Now, some of you know I have other channels kind of neglected. My focus is on this channel, but on this channel alone, 2,133 videos that I've uploaded. Now, when I looked at the YouTube analytics, YouTube mentioned that there weren't metrics or stats prior to 2013 that are completely accurate. So really, these statistics are coming from 2013 to now. Yeah, so I guess back then they were just getting started and really didn't have the metrics and analytics like they have today. I have had over 3.2 million views on this channel since 2011, and 1,200 of those videos are long form videos, 533 are YouTube shorts, and 380 are live streams. And then there were 12 that said other, and I don't know what that means. I don't know what other means. But in order to produce and post 2,133 videos on a platform, you must have to love it. And I actually love it. I know now it's been frustrating for me because I've been going through this transitional phase on my channel where I was really focusing on one topic for several years, and a lot of my audience loved that topic. And it's no secret that that topic is about twin flames. A lot of you have come to my channel because of the twin flame content. And now I want to go back, and in the past several years, not just now, but in the past several years, I've been trying to go back to the content that I was producing prior to the twin flame content, which was all about mind, body, spirit, integration, health, meditation, spirituality, spiritual awakening, personal development, and all that jazz. So my channel has been going through a humongous transition right now, and there are a lot of growing pains. There's growing pains in that, and it can be really frustrating sometimes to post a video and see like 41 views or 25 views when before I was getting a lot more views. But I know that this is a transitional period. It's just a transitional phase, and that this too shall pass. This too shall pass, but it has been frustrating because I have been on YouTube for 15 years and I have been posting thousands of videos at this point. And that leads me to now, why did I get started on YouTube? Why in the world did I get started posting videos on YouTube? So let's take a trip back to 2011. In 2008, so before 2011, of course, I had started my first ever business. I named my business the Ayurvedic Path. I'm going to try to find a logo for that business and put it here on the screen. I started that business in 2008, and the intention was for it to be a yoga, Ayurveda, and meditation business, which it was. To that end, I was teaching yoga, teaching primordial sound meditation, which is the meditation technique I still teach today, and doing Ayurvedic lifestyle consultations. So that's like a health consultation or a life coaching focused completely on Ayurvedic health consultation. And I was doing all three. I had a brick and mortar establishment, which meant that the Ayurvedic Path was located in a building. I also did Ayurvedic consultations out of my home. And eventually I brought it all back home and taught in my home, but that wasn't until many, many years later. At the time that I posted that first video on February 18th of 2011, which was entitled, "What is Ayurveda?" It's a 4-minute video. I would encourage you to check it out. A 4-minute video that was recorded on the webcam on my computer. And I was very shy. I was very camera shy. Now, here is the interesting part to that. I was used to teaching people in person. At that time, I was also teaching seminars. I was teaching in corporations. I was lecturing on Ayurveda and meditation live to audiences. I had even done the lecture, the sermon at a Unity church about Ayurveda. It was really kind of bizarre, but I actually was preaching to a congregation. And so I really did have the habit of speaking to audiences live, to speaking to large audiences live. And that was my thing. I was doing it. However, being on camera and listening to my own voice back, seeing video of myself back, that was a lot more intimidating. So I could get up in front of people, get up on a stage and speak very easily to others without getting nervous. But put me in front of a camera and I was extremely nervous. As you can see in the first couple of videos, if you go back and view them, I'd say the first 100 videos, I was extremely nervous. Maybe it didn't take quite 100 videos, but I was really nervous doing those videos, and I didn't like to play it back and hear my own voice, which I know is an issue for a lot of people. And I didn't like seeing myself on camera. So that was really tough and I was really shy. But why did I get started doing YouTube? At the time, I was dating someone who was helping me a lot. Now, the relationship didn't ultimately work out. We stayed together about 4 years, but he was really good at marketing, graphic design. He was really good at big ideas for promoting a business. And we both saw that YouTube was up and coming. But at that time, it was really like cat and dog videos and funny videos that were on YouTube. So if you remember that video, Charlie Bit Me, it's this little boy that said the baby, I guess his baby brother or something like that, bit him. So it was like, Charlie bit me. And then there was like the puppy massage video, which I still love to today. But there were a lot of cat and dog videos. It was almost like America's Funniest Home Videos. That's really what YouTube was in the beginning. And this man who I was dating had foresight that I wish I had capitalized on a little bit more. But he had said, I think YouTube is going to be a big thing. You should really be on YouTube. And I was like, well, this doesn't make sense because I teach yoga in person. I teach meditation in person. I teach Ayurveda in person. I'm doing these in-person seminars. I'm doing these in-person workshops. What is YouTube really going to bring me? Like, it didn't make sense to me as a marketing tool. And he's like, no, you really need to post on YouTube. I think this is really going to be something big. And I was like, I don't know. So those first few videos were really because he had encouraged me to do something, to post something on YouTube. And that is why I did those first couple of videos with a webcam on my computer with very poor quality, right? You can see if you view them. And actually, I'll post a link to here so you could see, but really poor quality because it was just on my MacBook laptop. And at that time, the cameras on the MacBook Pros were not great. They just weren't great. There was no such thing as Zoom. Skype was barely a thing at the time. I mean, some people were using Skype, but it was mostly just for international communicating, right? If you had family or friends abroad. But the reception was bad. The connectivity was bad. It was all pretty bad. And then I had this feeling of not knowing how to operate a camera. So even when I did get a camcorder to start doing these YouTube videos, I really didn't know how to use them. And I didn't know how to edit. And I didn't have good editing software. And so I think the fear of technology really held me back when I really should have just launched right in. My main focus at the time was getting bodies, getting people into my yoga studio. And I really didn't think that an international platform like YouTube was going to get human beings into my yoga studio. And so that's why I was very, very hesitant. But kudos to him because he was a visionary in that he knew that YouTube was going to be something big. I just didn't think it was at the time, nor was I really focused on that because I thought, oh, this is really just for funny videos. This is for people that do jokes and do things like America's Funniest Home Videos, right? And really, I didn't pick it up until I was promoting my book, The Wheel of Healing with Ayurveda, an easy guide to a healthy lifestyle. When New World Library picked up this book that I had first self-published, they picked it up pretty quickly. It was picked up within 6 weeks, but then it took a year to publish because that's how publishing works with traditional publishers. So I thought, okay, I have a few subscribers on YouTube. I think I had like 100 at the time, maybe 200. It was very few. And I was like, well, maybe if I start posting videos on Ayurveda, what is Ayurveda? The fact that I do Ayurvedic consultations about the doshas, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, how you can heal through Ayurveda, that would be a great platform to promote this book. Because of course, publishers, they want you to have a platform to promote your books. I was a little bit on Twitter at the time. It was relatively new at the time. And I posted things to help promote my business. I was on Facebook to help promote my business. I had a couple of business pages, which I still do, on Facebook. Facebook was way more popular at the time, back in 2011. It was way more popular, especially for businesses to get business or promote their businesses. But YouTube was really up and coming at that time. And when I had that first book contract is when I started to post more videos. And from that point forward, the only videos I posted on YouTube had to do with the Ayurvedic Path Yoga Studio, my studio. It had to do with The Wheel of Healing with Ayurveda. And then my second book after that, well, third really, because I had the companion workbook. The third book after that, which was Help, I Think My Loved One's an Alcoholic, a survival guide for lovers, family, and friends. So if you look to those first 25 to 50 videos on my YouTube channel, you'll see that the format that I am doing today, doing book-specific videos, was the format I was doing in 2011 to 2012 to 2013, all the way up through to 2019. So now that you see me transitioning my channel into promoting my published material and doing subject matter surrounding that published material, that was my original plan. That was the origins of my YouTube channel. So trying to move it back to being an author channel first and foremost has been something that has been a long time coming, really, to get it back, and something that I'm working really hard at trying to have the recognition of this channel to be an author channel first and foremost, rather than being labeled to one specific thing. And so that's where I'm headed for the future. If you're wondering, the next 15 years of Michelle Fondin Author on YouTube, what is it going to look like? It's going to look very much like it has looked for the past couple of years, where I have a book that's coming out, I'm promoting that book, I'm talking about the subject matter, and I'm supporting you in that subject matter for the book. And really, that's what this is about. It's not about a specific keyword, a specific topic. It's about me doing my thing. Michelle Fondin doing her thing as she writes her books. And that is what I plan to do from now until the future, the complete future. And I love it because I love my books, though, like my babies, right? They're like my children. And when I write a book, it's only because I feel very passionate about it, and because there is something about the subject matter that has touched me deeply and has transformed my life in some way, shape, or form. So I want to thank you so much for your continued support of my channel. I love you guys. Without you guys, there would not be a Michelle Fondin Author YouTube channel. Of course, right? Of course. I do need viewers to make this happen. And thank you for your suggestions. If you have suggestions on content that you would like to see produced on this channel as it pertains to any of my published books thus far. I am going to continue with the YouTube live streams, Chat with the Author Q&A. And I think to commemorate my very first YouTube video on what is Ayurveda, I'm going to be doing a very special live stream where I'm going to answer your health questions as it pertains to Ayurveda or the chakra system. Because that is what I used to do. I used to do Ayurvedic lifestyle consultations all the time, and clients would come to me with their health issues, and we'd look at it from an Ayurvedic perspective that also sometimes included the chakra system. So I'm really excited to move forward on this beautiful platform. I love YouTube so much. And I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for engaging. That is the most important part, is me seeing that you guys out there are fully engaged. I also look forward to doing live events, yes, in the very, very near future. I want to get back to seeing people in real life, for sure. I love doing that. Other than that, just look out for future videos. I want to thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for subscribing. If you're not yet subscribed, make sure to drop a comment in the comment section below. Thank you so much for your support of my work that I do here. You can purchase one of my 12 published books. You can join one of my online courses. I'll put my website right below so you can see it, and I will see you in the next video.